Hey fam, how's it going? It's Papa Chillin'. I'm out here to bring you another video on my thoughts and opinions of the new patch coming out for BBG. Nothing's finalized just yet. There is a beta build coming out around the 15th of December, and we should hear about the release dates on early January because of the CWC tournament out here. So you can see the notes on that. But in the announcements, there is big changes going on. The thematic for the patch is Wonders. That's not all though. There's a lot of different changes, so we're just going to step right into it, and I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as I can. But there is a lot going on, so keep an ear, write some notes down, and let's just get started with this. We're going to skim through the first part right here. This is a great thing, but all wonders receive their respective terrain and features. Example like Chocolate Hills, they're hills, right? Old Faithful, geothermal, etc. So they actually have their respective terrain and feature. That's awesome. Okay. We do have, just bumped everything there. We do have the Bermuda Triangle for our wonders. Okay, so we got big wonder changes going on right now. Units lose all movement while entering Bermuda. Okay, this is huge right here. There's as well as lose 20 HP. So they're hoping that this goes through, but an alternative project is going. More details later. But if it's not codable, we will be doing this. So this is going to happen if they can't code their other project on what they want to do with the Bermuda. This is pretty insane right here, because there was, if you had like ironclads just pop out of nowhere, if you were in a sea by yourself and you're like, I'm in an inland sea, I'm just going to, you know, surround the sea and, like, you know, get my setup going on, you're not building a fleet, right, to protect your little pond. This just is not happening, right? You have no idea about Bermuda, and then you're wondering why there was a damn scout that popped out of nowhere that you didn't detect. Wonder where that scout came from, right? Well, the enemy has Bermuda and is sending everything Regendra to come kill you. So that was a problem, right? And it was a huge surprise attack. It would just kill everything. Now it's actually detectable right here. You get a turn of reaction, because when you were enter into Bermuda, you would gain +1 movement, right? So you get a free Great Lighthouse effect off it, and then you would just move and attack. Absolutely insane. It would catch your opponent off guard. You would just send everything there. You could send like 10, 20 boats over there and just annihilate everything, catch them off guard, GG's. That was the game. Now, if someone wants to scout, you can detect this, because if there's a scout that goes into Bermuda, 80 HP. Wow, I wonder why it's 80 HP. There's no barbarians on team mode. Wonder what's going on. Yeah, put 2 and 2 together, you'll be able to detect it. So I think this is a great change so far. I'm excited to see this in play, because Bermuda is very powerful, and it's a game changer for sure. Okay, going to Delicate Arch. 2 faith and 3 gold. It pretty much got +1 faith and +1 gold for the yields. It's just a buff. It's nothing crazy. I mean, it makes it a little bit more, yeah, it gives another look, but not the greatest. It's just not the greatest wonder in general, but you don't have to have, not all wonders need to be great here, right? Maybe Molly would be like, hey, it's in the desert, sure. Okay, Great Barrier Reef. This is a pretty good buff. It gets a production on the tiles now. So instead of 3 science and 2 food, now it's 3, or excuse me, blah, blah. Instead of 2 science and 3 food, now you got an additional production on there. So it's a very workable tile, and yeah, it's not too shabby. So great little buff to Great Barrier Reef. I'd still work the 3, or I'd still work the 3 food 2 science tile anyway. It wasn't that bad, but 1 production makes it workable early. Lisenford, I think Lisenford, however you say this. 2 units moving to an adjacent tile gain 2 movement from 1 promotion. So this wonder was utterly broken, and it would dictate the fights happening in the sea. Whoever had this would have +7, right? You have a Caravel, I have a Caravel. There was no naval fights before, but I have +7. That sucks, right? If you're Portugal, you already have +7. Now you have +10 against the frigates. You're pretty much unpushable at that point, right? Or if you had early boats, such as Dido, Norway, you have the biremes, you have the longships, right? Instead of 35, now they're 42 against someone's poor little galley that's 30, okay? Yeah, it's kind of insane. So, a lot of pressure going to be removed because of this, and now it has +2 movement, which is still a great effect. I mean, people build the Great Lighthouse to have control over a naval battle for, movements. It's like a nice logistics, thing to have, logistics +1 movement. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is I think it went from broken to a great wonder still to put your ships through, and yeah, not bad. I like this change a lot. Mount Everest to 3 faith per tile from 1 faith. It's just a lot of faith, man. I mean, sure, let's just do that. I think 2 faith would have done it, right? But 3 faith, yeah, more yields the merrier. It's not too shabby, right? Okay. Pentanal. All right, this wonder is actually a mosh, like a terrain type deal. So, Ladies of the Reeds and Marshes do affect this tile, but you're not going to take that Pantheon just for this wonder. Maybe for early, I mean, sometimes for like tempo reasons, if you see it in your B2, B3 settles and you still haven't chosen Pantheon, you're like, I don't know what to pick. Well, you could pick that and it would give you the production. The buff to this is they did add the production to it. So if you actually do have Ladies of the Reeds and Marshes, now it's 2 food, 2 culture, 2 science, and 2 prod, right? That's pretty good tiles to work, if I do say so myself. I mean, you work Eye of the Sierra, right? What if you just had 2 more with 2 culture to it? Not bad. All right. Tzingy, food, science, and culture from, so it gets an additional food onto the yields. Okay, so I wrote down like it hits 1 out of 2. Not 1 out of 2, like 1 to 2 out of 10 times type deal. It's not like I've hit it. Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's not like, it's not the great. It's not really a great wonder at times. When it's right next to like, coffee or bananas, and you get some mega yields, you're like, oh wow, that's a great wonder. But like, you see this wonder usually in the tundra, not the greatest. So the additional food, more workable tiles, sure. The BBS wonders, we skip these because we do not play with these in the CPL because these wonders are broken. Okay, special thanks to this wonder, Wulingyong. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, but anyways, it was literally a 20 culture wonder. Pretty insane, and looks like they nerfed it, but still, it's whatever. I want to get into chicken pizza, however you kids say it these days, whatever. Okay. So this wonder, 2 culture and 1 prod on each rainforest tile that was in the city that was built. It gets changed to every damn rainforest in your empire. Just think about that for a second. So, I don't know if this wonder wasn't being built enough. I guess it wasn't, but maybe change it to 3, maybe 3 culture. I mean, that's still a lot of yields. If you have like 10 rainforest tiles, that's 30 culture, man. But for a wonder, right? In a specific location, I thought it was okay. I thought it was like not a bad wonder. I mean, it's just like, hey, I got a lot of rainforest. Maybe chicken is the way to go here. Not like, in my whole empire, I got about 50 freaking rainforest tiles out there. Maybe Chicken Itza isn't too bad. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely insane. So this means effectively, if you actually do have 50 rainforest tiles, 50 times 2, it's 100, right? 50 times 1, it's 50. Excuse me. Got hair. My hair is freaking everywhere. So, it's a lot. It's a lot of yields for this. There was no change in how much it costs either. So, it went from like too niche to too broken. Okay, in my opinion, I think if you don't have any rainforest, yeah, you can't build it. But if you do have a good amount of rainforest, of course you're gonna build this wonder. I mean, it's just free culture and free prod. Like these all these tiles improved. Yikes. Haga Sophia, missionaries and apostles receive 2 movement and cheaper to purchase, keeping religious theme. Yeah, more spread, sure. You'll barely see this wonder built still, but like, you know, maybe it's just it's not too shabby. I mean, I'd like to see some more religious victories out there. I think that'd be kind of cool. You know, a lot of people will meme out for it. Maybe they will build this wonder, you know. Stay tuned. So the Min Kashi temple, I'm just gonna call it like that, okay, grants 2 apostles from 2 gurus. So this is actually not a bad wonder now, because you generally seen the Mohabadi temple being built in team games for Diplo. That's good, but it's you get the wonder points, right? The Diplo points, but more effectively, you gain you finish your religion, right? So if you have like, you know, only so if you need to finish your religion, you just build the damn temple, and then you get to get the era score from the wonder. You get to finish religion. Life is good, and you don't have to spend all that faith on just buying apostles, because you just get this. Now the temple is another alternative. So I think this is not too shabby. Apostles and gurus are 30% cheaper to purchase. Okay, it's also a great thing because like just like the Hagia Sophia, you know, Hagia Sophia is more about the spread, while this one you actually gain the temple back, right? Because you get the apostles back. That's very nice, and then you get 30% cheaper. Not too shabby, right? A lot of people don't realize if you're the first to do like an Inquisition. This is just a side note, just for you guys. If you're the first one to do Inquisition, it's 2 points, okay, for era score. So if you ever need to look at era score, but if it's already been done, then it's 1. But if you need to look at era score, go on like Reddit. I don't know. I'll probably send the Reddit link if I can, like down below, and you guys can check on the era score. I always go back to it because like hitting golden ages are extremely important, and it's easier to hit golden ages than you think. So, because you know when you're at the last second, you're like, how the hell did I get era score? Well, maybe because you weren't thinking. Okay, maybe there's more to it. Okay, so Mount Saint Michel grants 1 food and 1 culture to all floodplains within your empire. So I was actually talking to Justice about this, and I thought this wonder was broken. And he changed my mind a little bit because, like, floodplains, of course, they're not like crazy workable tiles. But I think for certain civs, like for Egypt, for example, it's going to love this wonder, right? And Egypt works those tiles. I mean, it's contingent on Egypt or maybe Ladies of the Reeds and Marshes, things like that. I think it's a great wonder for certain situations. So it's nothing too crazy, but again, everything in your empire is pretty nuts. Okay? I mean, if you have like 20, 30 tiles, right? Let's say if you just have 20 tiles, it's 20 food and 20 culture you just got from this wonder. Pretty nuts, okay? It's not too bad. You're gonna like to see floodplains, which is it's usually for Edamanaki enjoyers and you know such, but like in Great Bath. But now you get this Michelle. Okay, all right. Let's move on. University of Sancor, okay? Again, entirely replace the current ability with +1 trader capacity, okay? And +1 science and +2 gold on all domestic and international trade routes. So you have, this was a Mali wonder, right? Mali always built this wonder, and you would just send it all from one said city, right? You know, now if you have 15, 20 trade, if you have a desert tile, a desert hill tile, build this wonder, right? If you are someone with a high trade capacity, like let's say if you like a Solomon, right? If Solomon has it, Portugal, Mali, things of that nature. If I have 20 trade routes, right? It's 20 science and 40 gold. Not too shabby, right? And I get another trade route capacity. To everything. To everything. Could even be internals, man. I mean, it's not too shabby, so very strong wonder. Not broken, I would say, but it's pretty strong. Especially if you're just like, when you see a desert hill tile, your eyes are gonna light up. You're not gonna think of Jabal anymore. You're gonna be like, oh, wow, science and gold. Okay, Great Zimbabwe, 2 trade route capacity, or +2 trader capacity from 1. Sure, I don't mind it. I think it's great. It's like a little meme to do Zimbabwe. You know, you get some nice, value. It's not too shabby. Taj Mahal, +10% gold for your cities when in a golden age. You make it 500 gold, you get 50 when you hit the golden age. I think you deserve it. Moving on. Okay. Torah de Belém. Okay. International trade routes from any city receive 2 gold for every luxury at the destination. It used to be from the city it was built in, right? Now it's for everything. I don't know. It's getting that's just to every single city now. So it says too niche to be used effectively. I don't know. I think niche wonders aren't too shabby. I think it's maybe upgrade it for the city in itself instead of making like there's a lot of global effects going on here, like empire-wide effects. So I don't know. It's just like build it and just don't think about it because it's effective. You don't have to say is it just are all of these you don't have to is all of these things happening to said city. You don't have to think about that. You just say I build a wonder and my empire is just better. Next step. That's all you have to. You're skipping. You don't have to think about a specific city. You're just like, I just build this and life is better. That's it. So I don't know. Hermitage. Excuse me. 100% tourism for great works stored. I don't know if this is. I don't know if this stuff is copyrighted or not. Okay. 100% tourism for great works stored in the Wonder Hermitage. Ugh. Need to be more powerful or more flexible. I don't know how powerful it is because I'm not like the culture guy here, but I mean I still think it's like a whatever wonder because I barely see it built at all. I think I just see it built when there's nothing else to build, when every tile in your empire is improved. When you're done project, I don't even know. If you don't have any space for great works, sure, you're probably going to build this wonder, right? Yeah. I'm going to need help on this one right here. Or Zakahas. I think I got it. Okay. 300% diplomatic favor for each turn starting as a Suz of a city-state from 100%. Okay. So this is pretty nuts. So let's say if I'm suzerain of a city-state, right? I get 1 diplomatic favor a turn, okay? With the wonder previously, it went from 1 to 2, okay? Because 100% of 1 is 1, right? So 1 plus 1 is 2, yeah? No, 300%, okay? So 300% of 1 is 3, so 1 plus 3 is 4. This means you'll be getting 4 diplomatic points every single turn from a Suze, which is pretty strong. I mean, those yields are very effective, and depending how much city-state control you have, if you're playing someone like Pericles or Tamar, and you are Suzing, let's say, I don't know, let's say if you Suze 6 right there, that's 24 diplomatic favor a turn. And if you do that and you go with, let's do some math here. What is that, 600? If you do like 25 turns, 25 times 24 is like 600, right? That's insane, okay? So be really careful on that. Damn, that's a lot. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so be mindful that this wonder is not too bad, and it gives you culture as well. I believe like 4 culture, nothing too crazy, but you know you get a little bit of goods. But over the long run, not too shabby. Yeah, I like the wonder. I like the wonder. I think it's strong, but it has been played ever, so I think they need to go above and beyond to make this this thing happen. So okay, Panama Canal. Oh boy, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about with the canals. So the canals able to be constructed on hills tiles. Okay, consistent with the changes to canals. We are going to move past this, and the canals are actually further down the list, but just keep that in mind. It can be constructed on hills. This is going to change naval gameplay a lot, so be mindful. The Cristo is reduced to 1220 production from 1620. That is massive. Okay, that's 400 production less. It's pretty much like 25% less production to construct. Okay, so extremely powerful wonder for this price. Yeah, relic tourism, you know, nothing's diminished, life's good. I will see this built a lot more. Biosphere, just for the memes, I know Broski UTG wants to build this even more now. I know it's nothing crazy with the buff to production, right? But I don't know. I guess we'll see more Biosphere. I don't know, nothing too crazy. Let's see. Now we're back to global changes here. Back to global changes. Now we're starting the global changes. Sorry, I need coffee. I don't have coffee right now. All right, let's move on. Pre-built system nerf. Okay, so heavy chariots become obsolete when unlocking cuirassiers. You're starting to see the theme here with some gold with changes. I can't wait to get into the civilizations. You're gonna rest in peace, Molly. So, anyways, heavy chariots become obsolete when unlocking cuirassiers. Pretty huge, right? Because cuirassiers are at ballistics. So once you hit ballistics, I think you'll see a lot of players, you know, going over towards military science, and you know they'll do like the metal casting, right? But it's all about the ballistics. Once you hit ballistics, you can't pre-build those heavy chariots anymore. Okay, now you have to go for knights, and which isn't too shabby. But there was the meta was pretty much, okay, I'm over at steel or refinery, and I have 1 turn, 2 turns left on tanks, right? To combustion. Well, why don't we just faith buy you a bunch of heavy chariot armies, and you can upgrade as you need to go, you know, as you need. That was pretty broken with a lot of gold civs. I mean, gold generally wins the games here. If you have like even stats or, you know, a little bit above, gold is still nice to have because you can just upgrade, you can replenish, you can keep on fighting, right? If you have a problem with your gold and you can't upgrade, you know, GG's, you have all this, but all these pre-builds, you upgrade them. But becoming obsolete, that means you have to hit rifling, so you would have to hold off for a while because you got rifling, you got refinery, you got steel, okay, and then you had combustion. This is a pretty big nerf, and and I love this a lot. And I hopefully will see. I think we'll start seeing more pushes in the medieval and cuirassier timings instead of tank pushes right here, because you're going to need to pre-build knights now, and you want to utilize those knights because knights are expensive, you know. So once you have all of these units that are just like higher tiers and they're just sitting around, you know, you don't want to run the conscription card all the time, right? You want to utilize your forces. So hopefully we'll see some more pushes before tanks, and that will be nice to see. I like to see that. All right, and the same thing with the UU pre-build nerf, same thing. Magnus, big Magnus, surplus logistics. He gets a nerf finally to the food, and the food only, right? Food is pretty important for growth because the more population you have, the more tiles you can work, etc. So, well-needed nerf. We'll see how well this works, but I still believe Magnus is still powerful. Maybe I'd like to see maybe just +1 food and +1 production. I'm not sure. It's rough to say. It's rough to say. We'll see how well it does. I think they'll give it a couple of rounds, but maybe this is just the right amount of nerf. Because I think maybe if it was +1 food and +1 production, it wouldn't be that good at all. I mean, that's just government plaza, you know, diplomatic quarter value. But I don't know. We'll see how this works out. I think it's fine. Liang. So Liang, I actually wrote over here. This is this promotes simming a little bit better, because like with audience chamber, when you're doing an audience chamber build, Liang established in 3 turns instead of 5 now. So the reason why this is so great is because when you're doing like an audience chamber empire, right? You want to get those amenities. You want to get the housing. You want to get the growth right away. So a lot of people would say, well, I'm just going to establish victor right here because in 3 turns establishes, and then I receive said yields, right? Maybe you don't want to do Liang. Maybe you'll say, well, victor is just, you know, the best choice because I get it earlier. Well, with Liang, now you get the builder charge. Now you get like the food promotion tree, and you get this just as fast as victor, and it's just really nice, you know. You get 25%. You get a pyramids thing, right? In that city. You get an extra builder charge. Get the food on the right side of the tree. Not too bad. So I think this is a great little buff to Liang. And see a little bit more gameplay. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Bengala, second left promotion to triple campus adjacency. So from double. I don't know. Like, it's not too shabby. I guess it's just a nice little +5 buff. Because if you have like a nice +5 campus, but you're utilizing this last time, and now it's 10. Now you got this promotion, the update. Now it's 15. So that's where I get the +5 from. Because the average, good campus, yeah, you got 5. So not bad. Canals. Move canals on flat tiles to buttress. Pretty insane right here. And make canals buildable on hills on steam power. I am hoping to see this be pretty insane right here. Base cost is 54 production. You just chop this out. I don't know. This could really change a lot of naval gameplay earlier. Make more tiles accessible on tilted axis. I don't know. Like I'm very excited about this change. I think it's going to be fun, and you're just gonna see I don't know, a lot more war. That's what I love. So this is a very, very awesome change. Buttress, you can make the canals on flat tiles. That is crazy. So you always got to be aware of your surroundings, because these canals can be built anywhere, and you thought hills were going to keep you safe. Not anymore. So very excited to see the canals taking effect right here. Mercury. So it was a 1 science tile. Now it gets 1 food and 1 science. Since it's a flat tiles plane and almost always garbage tiles to work, does not change anything regarding Mercury's saddle. Okay. I don't agree with this change. I understand Mercury blows, um, but not everything needs to be great or, just like okay. Some things need to suck in order for other things to be like, like it's like the city states. I was actually talking with Jack the Ripper about like city states, and I said to him, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if they just buffed up all of the other ones, right?" And then he was saying like, "Oh, well, I disagree with that because like if you did that, then all the other ones wouldn't be OP. They would just all be the same. It's just like it's like everything is being on the same level, and things don't need to be on the same level because then there's not overvalue or undervalue. It's just all the same, and it creates a really flat game. So I would like to see Mercury stay where it's at. I don't like working it. Trust me, I don't like working Mercury. It's a rough life, whatever, but we get through it. Yeah. Ancient Wall. So it says 0 CS. This is combat strength. Plus 0 from 3 combat strength. I mean, you build walls. I think I like the change, because the medieval wall is plus 6 instead of, from plus 3. I think that's nice. I think you should build an extra layer of defense in order for it to be a really good defense, because these ancient walls are stopping medieval pushes. And you just see like a push just get deflated because someone built walls, and they're like, "Oh, you built walls." I'm like, "Yeah, champ, we're at war. What you think I was gonna do? Oh, I thought I was gonna run you over." It doesn't happen like that. You built walls, and bye-bye army. So you'll see that a lot now. Walls aren't as effective, right? So this is very nice to see, and yeah, hopefully we'll start seeing some more medieval pushes, as I was saying. Like some bombard action. The cuirassiers, things of that nature. I would like to see this, because as the game was standing, it was all about like tank arty pushes. Waiting for the balloons. I don't know. I'd like to see some nice medieval Renaissance, timings. That'd be nice. One more jet bombers. Anyways, moving on. Healing Goddess Pantheon removed. You may ask what Healing Goddess is. Well, it's not there anymore, so we can stop talking about it. Okay. If you don't know, it didn't matter, right? Okay. God of this open sea. So, this is pretty cool. All right, this is like a Japan. It reminds me of Civilization 5 with Japan, where you get extra culture on your sea resources. And right here, God of the Sea is +1 prod. This one is +1 culture. So let's say if you were hoping that you got God of the Sea because production is king, right? You're like, "Oh, I want God of the Sea," and then someone took it and it's like, I got all these fishies. Well, you can take the alternative and get some culture, which isn't too shabby, right? I mean, culture is still pretty damn good because it helps you expand your borders, right? And culture is so undervalued. I swear it's so undervalued, right? You don't have to buy, you expand your borders naturally, and you don't have to buy tiles, right? Culture will save you gold, okay? So it is nice. And yeah, I think it'd be really cool, even with like Mausoleum. I mean, if you like to have some good-looking tiles, there you go. Communism rework. Okay. So, -1 red card slot. So it goes from 3/3 to 2/4. Okay. So you have -1 red card slot, +1 yellow card, and we can actually go over here. Okay. And the inherent effect over here, so we had a +0.6 production per citizen. It goes to +1 per citizen, which is a nice buff. I liked it because 0.06 was so it just didn't really do much. Yeah. +4 gold per trade route. So first of all, we're gonna go to the red card. Red card, yellow slot. It's an automatic buff right there. Yellow cards are the most powerful cards. Minus, I mean, they could even be powerful in the wild card, because in wild card slots you're putting yellow cards in there, right? So yellow cards, most powerful. Great change right here. 4 gold per trade routes, domestic and international. Uh, I liked the 4 production and the 4 food on domestic and international because, like, I don't know. For some reason, I don't think the communists were rich. I think they were just helping and feeding each other like I don't know. I think they were just giving them self-production and stuff like that. I don't know, man. They didn't really seem too international. So the 4 gold, I don't know where that's coming from. Not really sure. But I don't know. I'm not a history buff, so sure. 1 yield to specialists might not be doable. I would like to see that. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, overall, I still like to see. I like the Persia communist build a lot because you're running internals anyway, and you had 4 food, 4 production, and that was very nice. So I did like seeing that. But maybe they're not doing the. There's a lot of this domestic and international like theming going on, where everything is just like whatever your trade route's being sent to, it doesn't matter. Okay, because like your trade routes for communism. Let's go back over here with the card over here. Collectivization for this was just domestic trade routes now. Now everything's being like domestic and internationalized. Nationalized? What the hell am I saying? Yeah. I don't know. I think it should be very specific because this one, I think this was great right here. I mean, it wasn't like crazy good, but it was like not too shabby. And then you have democracy at 4 food and 4 production for the cities. So maybe they're just doing the gold because democracy already has this. I'm not sure. Gosh, democracy is just so strong. Anyways. All right. Worship buildings. Gosh, I'm not even really looking at my notes at all. I'm just kind of like winging it. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. All right. Alright, so worship buildings. This buffs Saladin and any Civ spamming holy sites. That's what I wrote down. Okay, but buffs, you know, Saladin right away because, of course, he's the one utilizing the worship buildings the fastest. And, yeah, I don't think they're, I don't know, +1 culture from the Daryamar. It's pretty strong. I don't know. Like, I mean, these are... We're talking like 50% yield strong right here for some of these. You know, the Watts, the Mar. I mean, the Synagogue went from 7 to 9. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I don't know about this one. It's very interesting because if you think about it, like, you're getting... It's just free yields, like, right off the bat. And when I love playing Saladin. I think Saladin is an amazing civ. Let's go back over here. So yeah, very strong. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of more faith-oriented things going on here, so I don't know. We'll stay tuned for this, but I guess they just wanted to buff up the worship buildings. Don't hate it. Let's see. So got the better balanced capital things going on here. So let's talk about this, okay? So there's a thing with they're trying to do the caps only when you settle down. So if you are settling on a hill, whether it be grassland hill or plains hill, it's a 2-2 base, okay? If there's a sheep on it, you're retaining that resource and you're getting a 3-2 base, okay? That's what it was, but I believe if something is actually... If a strategic resource appears, the default yields take effect and the yields are removed, okay? If a bonus or luxury resource would alter the base yields, then they're removed. So they are removing this, okay? For, let's say, with the sheep. So it's not a 3-2, it's a 2-2, okay? Wheat, maize, tea... So if you are on a bonus, luxury, or strategic resource, if it appears on said tile, these are being removed. Okay? Hopefully this is just on the capital. I don't like this cookie cutter thing happening where I like the thought process of like, oh, I should settle here because it would, maximize my yields here later, or I should settle here or whatever. Like, if you're if you're always getting 2-2 base, if you're always getting 3-1 base, you're being rewarded for nothing. Like, you don't have to think about it. It's like this, as your thinking is getting skipped right here and be like, oh, I don't have to think about it because I'm just going to get my yields. Next step, huh? What? Like, I think it takes the joy out of it, and I don't know. If it's for capital, I can understand. The Palace already gets +2 production, Oh my God, he won the game because of 2-2 base, and I have 2-1 base, and I don't have hands, huh? Come on, let's think outside the box here. That's why they won the game. You start hearing that shit all the time. Anyways, moving on. So, yeah, hopefully it's just on the cap only. I don't know. Yeah. Gosh, there's so many complainers about their spawns. It drives you nuts sometimes, right? Alright, we'll move on. Okay. Maori. Okay, big Maori. Reduce. He gets a nerf. Wow. Reduce to 1 pop when settling his capital, and add a free builder back when settling your capital. Less tempo on fast settle maps like Highlands or Seven Seas, because when he was on Highlands or Seven Seas, his distance to the coast would be not as far as if he was on Pangea. Because on Pangea, man, he was out there. He was out there. Now, he's actually going to, if he was in Seven Seas and Highlands, he would be at 2 pop, producing another settler. Or he would see someone's borders and be like, I sent a couple of ships, and I would have 2 or 3 ships before he has a boat out. Kind of broken, right? It would ruin people's games. It would ruin the min distance. Massive tempo right off the bat. Pretty strong. So now he actually gets his builder back, and it's only 1 pop. I actually like to see Maori. I miss the guy. He's funny. Scary as fuck. So part of my language. Okay. Norway gets a nerf. Oh, wow, I didn't see that one coming. Plus 25% production towards melee boats from 50%. So this just means less spam. Okay. Norway would just erel a lot of players just having to build a lot of boats. They nerfed this guy so many times, and he's just still pretty powerful. So I don't think this is too shabby. I think it's good. Norway is still a great civ. And hopefully we get to see more played, because Norway literally gets banned even on Pangea maps. For sure, when you play Seven Seas, kind of any naval map in general, Norway is banned. So hopefully we can start seeing more Norway. And yeah, because you start seeing, like, there's just becomes a theme where you see a civ get banned all the time. Like, we're talking like 95, 100% ban rates here. And that's just no fun for someone that wants to maybe try out Norway or, give it a shot. So, yeah. Gandhi gets a buff here. So, we got Gandhi. +1 faith per city following his religion. It's like a 50% pilgrimage, right? Pilgrimage, as a follower, I believe, right? You get +2 for each city. This one you get +1 for free, right? So, more faith, not bad. No complaints here. We're gonna take a drink of water before we jump into this one. Gulp, gulp. Big Molly. Not so big anymore, my friend, okay? So this, oh god, dude, I don't even know where to even so he gets 4 golds on his mines, right? -1 prod and 4 gold on his mines. Now he's getting nerfed to -1 prod, still the same, and +1 gold. These are some, dude, these are gonna be some sad looking tiles, right? You're gonna improve a tile, and that tile's just gonna have +1 gold on the damn hill, right? So -1 prod and +1 gold at mines. But wait, he gets +1 gold at currency, +1 gold at banking, and +1 gold at economics. Okay. Dude, this is pretty rough for Molly's Star. This might make it so you do maybe desert folklore more. I don't know. Like religious idols is still probably gonna be. I think they just need to so I think there needs to be a nerf to religious idols. It needs to be like +2 faith and +2 gold. I think it was like that before. I can't really remember. There's so much things that have been changed. For the mines here, I think everything is. I think everything can stay, except I think it should be +2 gold to start, right? And then having it being back to normal at banking, and then at economics, maybe he gets it back, because gold now is more valuable than gold later, right? Because like if you think about it, like 10 gold in the early game is more valuable than 10 gold at economics game at that part of the game. So if you think about it, I think because +5 gold on the mines at economics, if you were to do it this way, wouldn't be bad, right? But +2 gold on the mines, I think is not too shabby. But when you do +1 gold on the mines, it's nothing. I mean, like literally thinking, I improve a hill, it's gonna have, I make a builder charge for 1 gold. You get where I'm going. It's nothing. It's nothing. Okay, let's get back to it. You get a builder for 100 gold, right? 100 gold. You improve 3 hills. You got 3 gold per turn coming right back at you. Unless if it's a religious idols that is helping you out, right? Then again, religious idols would give you 3, and the mine itself would give you 1, so it's 4 all day. Your return on value is absolutely garbage. So yeah. And then you go to currency, you're rushing towards currency to get that +2 gold on your mines, right? I don't know. This is rough. This is rough. Okay. Much love, Molly. It was nice seeing you. Pretty sure you'll still be played. I'm pretty sure, it's just gonna be spawn dependent. Godspeed on the desert folklore. So yeah. Okay. Scotland gets a buff. I was actually gonna ask one of the BBG teams about the +1 PM. I'm guessing that's movement, because it says recon units and civilians on hills. I don't know what PM means. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know everything. All right, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna humble myself, and I could make something up. Whatever. I can't even make something up here. It's a rough life. But anyways, for recon and civilian units on hills, whatever the PM is, I don't think this is good. I don't know. Golf course. Yeah, +1 PM? I don't know. This doesn't look good. Maybe we go to Scotland really quick. Can declare war of liberation after getting... I don't know. Maybe if you had, like, something, And maybe it is something to do with movements. I don't know. Scotland's a little funky at the moment, but... Oh, hey, hopefully it's a good change. Okay, moving on. Golf course. Unlocked at games and recreation from guilds. I don't know if they're playing golf in the classical era, but, if they were, cool. But reduced to 1 amenity. Additional 1 amenity at guilds. I don't... What did I write down for this one? Not much. I said I don't know about golf and classical. I don't like it. I think this is just like whatever. Maybe if you need... I don't know. You don't need error score in the beginning of the game like that because you're not going to go towards games and recreation before political philosophy. Unless if you went state workforce into games and recreation. I don't know. I don't think this is good. I don't think this is good at all. I think this is just like a whatever because you're just like... You're getting to build it sooner. Yeah, you get... I think it goes from 2 amenities to 1 and then you get it back at guilds. I don't know, man. I don't think this is crazy strong here. +1 amenity, 2 gold, and +1 appeal. If next to entertainment. Oh, dude, it doesn't even give amenities. I didn't even see that. Oh. But reduced to +1 amenity. But reduced to +1 amenity. What are you talking about? Oh, maybe, hopefully it's +1 amenity and then you get another one. That would be good. Okay. We'll still see, okay? There's still stuff in the mix. I'm learning too, okay? Give me a break, all right? Columbia gets a reverts. Okay, so remove extra sight. That kind of sucks. It's the only reason I played this in Portugal. +1 movement on all military units. So that is a buff, okay? Because usually you would have the movement on so it pretty much stole Chandragupta's effect right there, okay? Because you would get the 1 movement for your free general, but now you get it anyway, so not bad, I guess. Remove 1 movement. So this is for scouts too. This is Chandragupta's effect, by the way. Remove +1 movement from the commandant. Okay. Oh, I guess they're just giving the general one right there. Yeah. Haciendas buildable on hills only if next to plantation. I mean, sure, that's fine, but the haciendas are such a garbage tile to work. And I wrote down some notes on here, and I was going to give my thoughts on this. Maybe I should have said something, because I think this would actually be a really good change. I mean, I go Papa as the best changes. No, I just generally think, like, this would be a really good change. So this improvement gives you 2 gold and 1 production and a half a housing, okay? Well, it's a damn house. So I think it should give you a full housing, okay? That would be good. 1 food for every 2 plantation tiles becomes obsolete with replaceable parts. So the buff comes at replaceable parts, the first one, right? Because you're going to get to replaceable parts before you get to rapid deployment, generally, right? I hope so, okay? +1 food from each adjacent plantation tile. I think this should come a lot sooner, or if not, right away. I would like to see this actually just be right away. I think +1 housing and +1 food would not be bad, all right? Maybe the tech should become a lot sooner, because maybe for every plantation it could be really strong. But replaceable parts, you've seen Grand Columbia's hit replaceable parts, so that is probably not bad. But here comes the problem. I don't think I've ever seen consistent Columbia gameplay to where they actually reach rapid deployment, even if they even hit that. I think the game probably ends towards the fascism. I don't see Grand Columbia's hitting rapid deployment ever to actually utilize this effect and be like, can't wait to get to rapid deployment, because that's where I'm going to just soar and life is going to be good and I got so much production. I don't see that happening. I just got a present. Warms my heart, warms my heart. Alright, anyways. Happy holidays to you guys. I hope everything's well with you. And I'm sorry this video is so long. So, but there is just a lot going on, and I know it's not a perfect video or anything like that, but we're just winging it right here. So this is what's happening. So yeah, rapid deployment is just it's too far along. I think at least a housing, +1 housing would be good right here, and that would make this alone great. And maybe the +1 production maybe come a little bit sooner. Maybe have a tech, the replaceable parts for the food. Maybe that one be like a couple techs before, kind of like maybe at like a guilds. Maybe this goes to guilds, and maybe the production goes towards the replaceable parts. I think that would be a pretty good buff right there, because then you could actually, go towards the tree, at a smoother, like it has like a smoother feel to it. Kind of like, oh, I hit guilds, something that you hit every game, and you're gonna get a benefit towards that. Oh, replaceable parts. Maybe you don't hit that every single game, but you're gonna get some additional yields towards that. So I think that's gonna be nice, because you don't see the haciendas being built ever, and they're just garbage tiles. But now you can build them on hills if they're adjacent to plantations. So I don't think this is they're moving towards the right direction, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's replaceable parts, or rapid deployment, excuse me. One of the coolest little transformations, you have Chandragupta rework here. So he gets remove +1 movement on military units. So off the bat, you said, well, Papa, that sounds like that blows. Well, it does, right? But you're going to get it back, because you're going to go towards more of the faith side with Chandra. Chandra has seen the light. And he's going to get general points for holy sites. And I was actually talking with my bro, Joe, Dude with Opinions. And he was like, I don't think this is that bad. And because I was just, I did not like this change at all, right? I didn't think this change was that good. And then I started thinking about it more, and I'm like, well, you do get the general points. You don't have to build the district. You don't have to build the encampments, right? You're naturally going to get this. Maybe you do build one encampment for, like, projects later or this, but, like, Chandragupta has, like, he's going to have not as, I wouldn't say late game pressure, but I would say early medieval pressure is going to be pretty good, because you're going to get general points before anybody can, right? You build your holy sites, and you're automatically generating this. You don't have to build a district to give you the general points, because you get in from your holy sites. Shrines give you the movement, so you get that movement back with units trained with a shrine in the city with the shrine. +1 vision for units trained in the city with the temple. I mean, vision's good. Sure. I mean, we'll take it, right? And the worship building. So this is a pretty good trade-off right here. It's interesting, because when you're training, think about it this way. When you're training units in a city with a worship building, you get +2 combat strength, okay? When you're training units in a city with like a stable, an armory, military academy, you're getting additional experience, right? So you may have the edge in some fights, but maybe you don't get as much experience in the later battles. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe not as effective later, but maybe you will build an encampment. Maybe you will go for oil, things of that nature. But, like, I think getting early general points and contesting this right away, as well as getting a religion and going towards, like, a monumentality, I don't think this is too bad right here. And 2 combat strength is not bad. All right, I like that. It's just like getting to that point, and a lot of these faiths are getting more faith from certain things. Like you have like the temple that I was talking about, the Mikashi temple, which was, where the hell was this? Yeah, you grant 2 apostles. So maybe you build this right away. You finish your religion so you can actually get those temples faster, right? Maybe you have like a theology rush where you go theology into like a nice cuirassier, like bombard timing, That would be really nice to see. So, yeah, I think Chandra, I think this will be fun. And you'll start seeing general play. You go 3 city, you go 4 cities, right? This will promote like 3-4 city building, like 4 city building, yeah. And then you have 4 holy sites. That's 4 general points. Not too shabby right there. Just from those. So I actually do enjoy this. And you don't have to run the card. You don't have to project right there. You'll get a general in 7.5 turns. Life is good. So there's no half turns. Okay. Portugal buff. Did Portugal need a buff? Nope. I don't think so. I think Portugal was in a good place. But now he has his 2 charges back. I think he's still a strong civ. You know? I think Portugal's still strong. So that's all I have to say on that. I don't think he needed it, but he got it. And I don't know, just more golds, lesser nows for the trade routes. Yeah. Mapuche, the Chamomile, 1 production at civil service. So these Chamomules give culture depending on appeal, 75% of the appeal of the said tile. So if it's 4 appeal, it's going to give you 3 culture, right? Because 75% of 4 is 3. And you're going to get a civil service pretty fast because of the culture. So an additional production is just good. It's just good in general. I think because it's already giving you a production and it's giving you culture. Now it's giving you 2 production when you hit the civil service. And you're getting the culture yields. I think this is a great buff. I think Mapuche is like in an okay spot. I don't think he's like being played as much. I think because he was a Malon guy, right? And when you took that away from him, that was like the whole civ. So I think they're trying to like, you know, give him some love. And yeah. Excuse me. Babylon nerf. Okay, so the Palgum gets +1 food on improved fresh water tiles from all water tiles. Thank God. Okay. This is a very, very good direction. It's still a strong... Babylon is still strong, okay? Like, I don't even know if he went from broken to more broken. Like, I don't play the Civ. I see it played, and it's just I can visualize the yields. I can just like, and I see players I don't know. When you build the Palgum, you would rush Palgum, because why wouldn't you? You would grow like a madman. You get to 4, 5, 6 pop, and you would already have 6 food, being because you're on a river, and the tiles that you're working are on the river, and it would just be +6 food, and you're just like, the tile that you're on and the tiles that you're around, you just get all free food, right? And additional, I believe it's additional was +2 production and +1 food and in housing. Yeah, +2 production and +1 food and +1 housing. Yeah, +1 food on all freshwater tiles. Absolutely insane. You would rush this all the time. And the crazy thing is about the new Babylon is you could get to irrigation faster because you didn't have the -50% yields, because old Babylon was 10 turns to pottery. New Babylon, okay, so at 5, and then you go to irrigation and you just rush that and life is good. And then you get free Eurekas every time. I don't know. So I think this was an amazing nerf, and I think Babylon is in the strong category now instead of broken category. Just because of this. This is very good here. So I'm excited to see the gameplay. Mabande buff. Okay. Let's go to my notes over here. The only thing stopping the Civ is continent splits, okay? You know, you get all excited, be like, oh wow, I got a continent split. You know, life is good. You know, things are changing. It's a new year, right? Not Mabande. She's not like that. Okay, she hates that. But when this chick gets a relic, so she gets 10% yields, increased yields. She has a Maya effect, but if she's on the same continent, okay? Crazy strong. This is and they nerfed her so where she didn't get a relic for, building government plaza and building, yada yada. I have been seeing some record stats on this Civ. Like, I think there was like a turn 60. God, I think it was turn 60. It was like 60, 70 culture. Or no, not culture. Science, excuse me. It was 60 or 70 science and 350, 400 culture. Like, turn 60 on the Civ. And this is not just focused all on culture. This was having massive amounts of merchant points. Massive amounts of like being steady. Like being at fascism before people are being at nationalism type crap. Like absolutely insane yields. So that's scary. Like you die. You die. You don't live, okay? You don't live to tell the story about this, okay? You're dead. So I don't think she needed the relic. I think she was still super strong without the relic ability. And it's unstable and could see some love. She don't need love. Okay. We'll move on. Caesar nerf. Grant a free melee unit of the strongest type you have researched when settling each city beyond your first, from all cities including your capital. I think this is good. I think Caesar was extremely oppressive, like very strong, like early in the game. If you just rushed towards ironworking and had a really good legion push, if someone went commercials or don't have like any strategics or anything, that person's dead and full erel. One of the two, right? So and Caesar could just do that. He would just meet somebody. He would have the road, all roads lead to Rome, have a road right there, have good like logistics movement throughout his territory because of the road, and he would just keep settling, save his gold, have a builder, chop out some maize, chop out some more, and just do a full legion push. And there's nothing you can really do about it because legions are the strongest swordsman in the game at 40 strength. And then you go oligarchy, 44 now, right? You build a 4 around the territory. Like, it keeps adding on. Oh, now you have a general, another +5. Like, life is going to suck for you. And all you have is horses. Oh, wow, I only have 1 strategic in my land. Yeah, because people rush commercials, okay? That sucks. Okay, China nerf, Qinchi buff. So Kublai China is actually getting the inspirations. The Eureka's inspirations, he's getting that buff removed, right? And Qinchi is getting that buff. So Kublai China has been just extremely like powerful, right? Extremely powerful throughout the whole time that I've seen it. Like I don't even remember. I started playing this game like a year ago, and he's been very steady. I think he got like an extra policy card slot, and it's just been absolutely amazing. Having a yellow card is so strong. It's like super strong, okay? Like this is getting a free builder or charge and having a yellow card is nuts. Why do people build pyramids? For the builder charge, whack job. For the builder charge. Something that Kublai China, or in like Qinchi, excuse me, like gets for free, right? Let's go to Kublai. But yeah, he gets the 1 economic policy slot right here. Super strong. Oh, China. Yeah, and he gets a free builder charge, yeah. Yeah, I had it right. I don't know why I was even second guessing. But I'm saying, like, that's why you build pyramids. But if a civilization already has this, you're just like, it's like a free wonder effect. Why do you build Big Ben? For the money. And then for the extra policy slot card. Oh, wow. Wait, what? 1 extra economic policy slot, which is the most powerful cards in the game, and you get it for free. You can run God King and you can run Urban Planning at the same time. There's no second guessing. You just toss those babies in and then you're done. Kublai still strong. That's just it. He's still strong, just because of that right there. All right. That's it, actually. I think we did cover like a lot of this. I'm sorry this took like an hour and 10 minutes, but like and I know it was all like, mixed match, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love to hear your thoughts. I love to, just see what you guys have to say about this, cuz this is a pretty big patch list. And yeah, much love, and I will see you guys I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, cheers.